Hey lighting fanatics, today I have some pretty intriguing halogen bulbs to show you guys. They are these Sylvania SuperSaver 28W A17 halogen bulbs. Yes, you heard me correctly. These are A17 bulbs. So of course a standard incandescent bulb is an A19 shape. So it's an arbitrary shape like you see here, but it's 19/8 of an inch in diameter. These are the same general shape, but they are only 17/8 of an inch in diameter, so ever so slightly smaller. So these are very interesting bulbs for that reason, and I'll do a comparison of these and a standard A19 later on in the video, but before we get to that, we'll go ahead and take a look at the packaging real quick. Of course, Sylvania SuperSaver soft white 40-watt replacement using only 28 watts. These are quite bright for a halogen replacement bulb, 455 lumens. So I have reason to believe these are not modified spectrum bulbs. The A19 ones made today are modified spectrum. They have a coating on the inside that modifies the light to make it a little bit closer to an incandescent bulb, I believe, versus the halogen color. And I believe that's actually required by the government for those bulbs. And that coating actually makes the bulb a little bit dimmer than it otherwise would be. So that's kind of a con to that kind of bulb. But these are full brightness, so I believe these are not modified spectrum, and I think the color of them proves that. And also, of note, that would probably mean that these actually predate the A19 ones, which would be very interesting. Anyway, I'll give you a look over the rest of the packaging if you want to take a look at that real quick. Not a lot to see. So we'll go ahead and take one out. And again, upon first inspection, this bulb does look pretty similar to a standard bulb, but we'll actually bring in a standard bulb here, and you'll soon realize that it is definitely smaller. So here's the comparison, and you can see that the A17 bulb is ever so slightly smaller than the A19. So that is very, very interesting. We'll go ahead and set that aside for safekeeping. Take a look at our etch, Sylvania Halogen 28W 120V SuperSaver USA. And there's the base. So we'll go ahead and turn off the lights, and I'll go ahead and screw in this bulb, and we can watch it turn on. Alright, I've gone ahead and turned off the lights, and the bulb has been screwed in. So we'll go ahead and turn it on in 3, 2, 1. And there you go. And as you can tell, it's quite bright, and it definitely has that halogen 2900K color to it. So I do believe these are not modified spectrum, which is pretty nice because they're actually as bright as the incandescent bulb they say to replace. You can see the shape of the halogen capsule inside with the little filament, and the coating's not so great on the bottom. Whatever. We'll go ahead and come up here and take a look at the brightness of this bulb a little bit closer. I'd say it's pretty bright, definitely like a 40-watt bulb. And of course, good light distribution, being a halogen bulb. It's the same as an incandescent bulb. And interestingly enough, I'd actually say the color rendering of this bulb is ever so slightly worse than an incandescent bulb, believe it or not. Of course, CRI is subjective, so even if two bulbs have the same CRI, someone may perceive the CRI of one a little bit less than the other. But I definitely say that this bulb is slightly lower than an incandescent bulb, ever so slightly. The colors don't look as vibrant, especially the red. So that's kind of interesting. Well, we'll go ahead and come back down here, because we're going to dim this bulb real quick. Have the dimmer. So I'll go ahead and start by dimming it all the way down. And I'll just give you an idea of how bright that is. There we go, not very bright at all, and a very orangey color. And we'll go ahead and brighten it up to about 50% now. And there we go. It's a little bit brighter. I'd say it's probably equivalent to like maybe a 15-watt bulb now. It's pretty dim still, but it doesn't have as much of an orange color to it. And of course, we'll bring it back down and bring it back up to 100%. Well, we'll go ahead and turn it off, and I'll be right back after I turn the lights back on. Alright, the lights are back on, and I'll have to be careful unscrewing this bulb because I'm sure it's hot as the sun, and me being me, not prepared for anything, I did not bring a paper towel to unscrew this. It's actually not that hot. But anyway, I'll give you one last look at the etch and the base, and we'll bring the packaging in, and we'll close out the video. Definitely a very odd pack of bulbs, and a very cool find. Well, anyway, if you liked what you saw, be sure to leave a like down below, and feel free to leave a comment as well. And be sure to subscribe for more lighting videos. See you next time.